The lines in my face getting deeper. I'm trying hard as hell to keep her and to prove that I'm someone worth loving for. Comes a time to forsake self-pity, leave this hurry-up city for a place and a time that'll be ours forevermore.
So welcome to my 1991 Compact 33. This boat I will sail around the world. I will attempt to sail around the world, and I am leaving to sail from Oregon to Hawaii in May. May 1st is the goal date. So, yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, it's a 1991 Compact. They specialized in trailer sailors, and this is the largest boat they made. They did make a 35. Which is the exact same boat. The only difference is they've added a sugar scoop on the back. Yeah, this is not a boat really designed for sailing around the world at all. It's better than a Catalina, better than a Hunter, better than all those cheap production boats, almost as good as an Island Packet. Not as good as an Island Packet. The boat was actually modeled after an Island Packet. And when this boat first came out, when it came out with the Island Packet, this model, and this boat was $5,000 more than the Island Packet and not as good. So they didn't do very well. This was there's only 10 of these boats made, so this is hole number 4 out of 10. And I've seen a couple from social media that I've found. From what I can tell, no offense to anybody out there with a compact, mine is by far in the greatest condition. It is in impeccable condition, and I am very, very quickly changing that. Yeah, I'm eating through this floor. It's been 7 months that I've lived on the boat, and I am eating through this floor. So I don't know if anybody has any advice to protect the floor. I mean, at the end of the day, like the biggest mistake I made when buying this boat was that I bought a boat that I absolutely am in love with, and doesn't have very many problems aesthetically at all. So I notice everything, and that is a bit of an issue. I almost wish that I got a boat that's already been just ran through, and so I just don't have to worry about it, you know? Because it's like, you know, the last thing I want to have anxiety about is how beautiful the inside of my boat is, and the outside of my boat, and like messing it up. But I've really tried to like transition into the mindset of like, this is like a Jeep. You know, I'm outfitting my Jeep to do, you know, cross country adventures, in my case, sail around the world. So that's what it is. I'm gonna eat through this boat. I'm gonna make this boat live a hard life, hopefully a long life. But at the same time, I'm gonna try and obviously be as mindful as I can. Because I do love this boat, man. I really do. It's a beautiful boat. So this is the navigation tables. I've not seen this before on another boat. It's facing the wrong way. So that's the bow, and that's the stern. And the navigation table is facing the wrong way, which is a little weird. Yeah. And this is my, control panel. I don't know how these tours work, man. I should just put on a bathing suit and just like a bikini. Hey, let's get cracking. Welcome to the boat tour. It is a mess throughout the boat. I just did a boat project. Every time I do a boat project, no matter the severity, the boat becomes a massive mess. So what I'm going to do is clean it. But what I'm going to do now is jump and clap my hands, and it will immediately be clean. I think that's how it's going to work, because I don't know if I'm capable of doing that edit where like it's like and you clap your hands and, you know, it's all of a sudden clean. So yeah. Let's try that again. That's better, I guess. That door is closed because everything that was in here has been scooped up and put in there. Reason being is that's my storage now. We'll take a look in there. I'll let you guys take a sneak peek in there. But that's up until tonight, I've been sleeping in there every single night. And today, or now, I'm going to start sleeping in the quarter berth because I want to make that the storage because there's more room. And then also I'm going to be sleeping in the quarter berth when I'm sailing offshore. So, yeah, when the sun is setting just right and it's like a blue sky, and the way it hits, you know, if I have the companionway open, the way it hits the wood, the teak, this place looks like Narnia. Like, today's going to do it no justice. I didn't do a very good job cleaning either. You know, I've got dirty dishes still, but I'm going to wrap this conversation up. Let's get to the tour. All right, well, we'll start in my new bedroom. So this is where I will be sleeping now. I've always slept in the V berth, but now I'm sleeping in here. As of tonight, it'll be my I've slept in here before, but this will be my first official night of officially sleeping in here. And I kind of like it. Honestly, it's pretty roomy. There's a poster from my brother is actually, oddly enough, a filmmaker. So this is a movie that he made, and I did not pick up any of his talents whatsoever. So yeah, don't use that for any sort of bar, because that is not one I can reach. But you can actually see my my name there. That is me. Oh, maybe we'll blur out the last name. Don't want you you creeps coming after me. But yeah, this is a cupboard that has basically like winter clothes in it, and like dress clothes for when I need to be a productive member of society. But yeah, this is the room. There's a light and a cat. But yeah, and here's my sink. A big dual sink. Oven. Oven is gimbaled. It's not gimbaled right now, but it does gimbal. Dirty dishes that I didn't feel like cleaning. And then I've got my fridge. And it's you know, I think a deep fridge. I think it's a good sized fridge. I don't really know. I have nothing to compare it to. My bathroom is dirty. So we'll do a quick side. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got these cushions in here. So this is where I shower. It's a mess. It's a mess. This is completely dysfunctional video. But yeah, my bathroom. There's actually a lot of room in here, like you know, a ton of room, and there's a ton of room to shower. I don't typically shower here because I'm always on shore. Yeah, I usually just shower up at the facilities. I need to get a water sump because right now the way the shower's routed is the water just goes to the bilge. And then here is my, what you would call, so this is the galley. And this is the, I don't know, living space. There's so many like sailing terms that I just say that and over there. And it's easy to overcomplicate things. And, you know, the only way I pull this off is that I keep it simple. I just need to keep things as simple as possible. And in time, you know, everything will start to come into place. But, you know, as far as terminologies and stuff, I just try and keep everything as simple as I can. After all, it's just going to be me sailing to Hawaii. Like, I'm going to be doing it alone. So I only need to know, you know, I'm just trying to, like, things enter my brain and exit my brain at the same exact time. So I just try and limit the amount of absorption that I have to the things that really, really matter to get to Hawaii. And that's what I've been doing. What I'm doing here is taking down the table, which this is stolen from what I've been told right out of the island packet, the design of the island packet. I don't know how good of a job I'm doing of filming this, and there we go. But yeah, there's the table, and I've got plates and dishes in here as well. I don't actually ever use this table. I don't know why. I just don't. Like, I pull the trash. This is gonna sound weird, but I pull the trash can out and I eat directly out of the pan, and I put the pan on the trash can, and I eat like that. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to the V-berth, which is a mess. And I found it was a little damp in here, so I've moved everything in here. This is gonna be my storage. This is not how it's gonna look. Yeah, I've been battling boat wetness for a bit, and I recently, as of right now, just found out that. So I've been using my Dickinson's propane heater to help dry out my boat. And I recently found out that, like, for every hour that you run the heater, it's like 1.6 gallons of water that it produces. And I've been running it for like 3 days straight. And I've been like, why can't I get rid of the water in my boat? And I should have gotten all of the dehumidifiers and all that stuff sooner. Like, I thought I was doing a good job. I've kept everything open. Every compartment, everything's always been open. And I've thought I've been doing a good job of keeping it dry, but I guess not. Yeah, really depressing that that's the case. But now I know. You live and you learn. But yeah, here's the, this is where I keep my clothes. I've got some clothes here, towels and stuff here. Another picture. I am massively obsessed with airplanes, specifically the Spitfire. That is why I have it on my arm, which was a bad decision that I made in Hawaii. I'm sure there's more to come. And this is where my cat likes to sleep. This is her little bed. And then here's another cabinet, or another thing with clothes kind of just stuffed in there. I'm a dysfunctional human being. And, you know, I may not be the first to sail around the world, but I can assure you I will be the worst to ever do it. There is no question in my mind. But there's also no question that I'll get it done. It might take me 3 years, it might take me 4 years, it might take me 20 years. I don't know. I don't know what problems I'm going to run into in the future, but I'm doing it. Here's the engine. So usually there's actually a screen here. It's obviously there's something here to separate the engine and the rest of the boat. Usually I can leave it open just to keep the airflow going. And the screen is actually clear. It's see-through, which is cool, it's right here. And it's cool because you can see the engine, you know, while it's running. So if it catches fire, you know, or if something blows up in there, I'll have very easy access to see it. And this is, you know, drawers. Can't. I don't know how to YouTube, you guys. I'm sorry. That's a boat tour. That's the boat tour. Oh, I've got this. I put this twine here on this on my mast. So my cat. Somebody gave me the idea. Like, I didn't have any room to put her cat trees and stuff, and somebody on one of my social medias was like, "Well, the boat's her cat tree now," and it gave me the idea to wrap the mast with the I can't remember what it's called. It's like the wick, the twine stuff, and it's worked out really good. She loves it. She'll climb the top of it, and she uses it a lot. So I was really proud of that. That was like the first thing I did when I moved on the boat. And since then, I have done a lot to the boat. I spend pretty much every weekend, a lot of afternoons, working on the boat, and I've gotten much farther than I thought I would in the time frame I've had. So that's been really cool. I still got to do a few big things. My anchor system, which we can try and zoom in from here. It's only got 1/4-inch chain, 50 foot of 1/4-inch chain, and that anchor locker is like, it was designed for a dinghy sailor, which makes sense because they make trailer sailors. That's like primarily what Compact makes, is trailer sailors. And so that whole situation is a mess. The windlass is super small, the anchor locker is super small. I'm trying to think of ways to change all that. Like, I might leave that system as it is, add another system right behind it in like a bucket that's in at the end of the V-berth there, and then have the chain just dump down into the bucket, and you know, have the correct amount of chain and the correct size chain, which sounds like it's like 5/16 high tensile. I mean, I guess that's the boat tour. I'm not good at YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't believe that I ever will. And I think you're just going to probably get this type of video I think it'll get better when I'm like sailing. Yeah, Sailing Phoenix is out.
I'm yearning for that little bit of paradise.